So obviously we know what started the drop for the day, what brought us some red in the crypto market, and really hopefully this improves as the day goes on. Right now it's 7:11 a.m. Central Standard Time at the time of film of this video, and Shib is still trying to figure out what direction it wants to head. But what's interesting is there are still some very exciting signs showing a lot of strength in Shiba Inu. I want people to remember that price is always the lagging metric. It's always the last thing to move. And what we're seeing is although Shib has retraced and moved down a little bit, we are in fact still fundamentally building strength for that big move that is ahead. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure that subscribe button down below, hit that bell again. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So just looking at Shib right now, we're sitting around 40228. We've kind of been floating between here and 40226. We're still just trying to find our way for the day and really understand that obviously the Trump meme coin, I'm going to mention this obviously a few times today and the next few days, has obviously sucked a lot of liquidity from the space, but really where things kind of hurt Shiba Inu was ETH. All right. Once again, ETH dragging us all around. ETH actually set its lowest point in since the 15th. Okay. This breakout that ETH started and rejection that we saw, unfortunately, brought a lot of ERC20s down. Now, that being said, we obviously see that Shiba Inu isn't at the lowest point in those days. So Shib is actually gaining strength versus ETH. This is a very, very good sign because usually Shib is just kind of bullied and pushed around. We've talked about this before. Obviously, Shib, when ETH bleeds or the market bleeds, bleeding worse. It's actually getting better. I don't know if anybody's noticed this, but it's not being affected as much as it once was. And the reason why is, one, again, sellers have been exhausted. You're at the point where you're seeing a lot of conviction in terms of holders. This is a very strong sign. We're gaining holders, very strong sign as well. And actually what's interesting is I don't think people realize that since the 13th, so over the last 2 weeks, we have only had one day where whales have sold. The reason I'm mentioning this is I keep seeing these comments, oh, whales are holding us back. They're the reason we're not making moves to the upside. No, that's not it at all. In fact, whales behind the scenes are buying and buying and buying and buying. Actually, our only unload day that we had, where was that? So the 3rd was an unload day, and then all the way on the 14th was an unload day. Since the 3rd, every single day, except for one, has been a whale addition day. So they have been actually adding to their position. And despite us actually being down 6% in terms of price from the 3rd, okay? So really retail has been the only kind of reason that even Shiba Inu has seen some downside, again, dealing with some of those sellers exhausting themselves on the way out. And now you have a nice strong foundation for this next leg in terms of Shiba Inu. Now, something else that has continued to change that we've talked about very much as of late is open interest. All right, longs and short positions. I had some questions about this. So we did actually get our first series of more sizable liquidations over the last 24 hours. In fact, Shiba Inu almost $1 million in long liquidations in the last 24 hours alone. It's nice to finally see something happen. It sucks that it was to the downside, but it is movement nonetheless. But what is interesting here is that although we did face some of the most sizable short and long liquidations we've seen over the past period of time, we have actually seen open interest rise. So we are actually now up to $542 million worth of short and long interest on Shiba Inu, kind of prepping us for an even more volatile move. This is where basically this next probably several days and next week is really going to be interesting. We don't know what the inauguration is going to bring now. Obviously, I've said before that it's kind of nice when we have a little bit of dump before then because we have, again, a higher likelihood of pumping running into that. Now, again, it's the weekend. Nobody knows what volume is going to look like as the day progresses. But these are still some very strong signs. If whales are accumulating, if we're seeing people bet on Shiba Inu, if we're seeing volume increase across the crypto market, which we have, again, over $190 billion over the last 24 hours, which is extremely high for a weekend. I mean, the last time we saw volume actually eclipse this, it's been a while, guys. It's been all the way since back December 20th. Okay. So the market is changing. It's kind of gearing up for a big move. And this is where, again, Shib may take that next leg. Now, this isn't a guarantee. This isn't financial advice or anything like that. But understand that if ETH does flip around and start to make this move to the upside, this may be where Shib does decide to take the next level. This may be where Shib decides to, again, attack the top of our trend, setting a nice little higher high. We're doing the right things right now. Remember, price is always the last thing to move. Now, that being said, BTC making a strong move here, strong breakout, breaking 103K, setting a nice local higher high. Just everything is moving the right direction in the market. Don't be, I've seen some people say, oh yeah, I'm dumping my bag, I'm done. And what's crazy about this is happening right before things get exciting. This is always where people I see mess things up time and time again. And then they're stuck saying, oh, I wish I wouldn't have sold. People can always do what they want. This isn't financial advice. Nobody knows when things are going to happen, but everything's pointing in one direction and people are missing the signs. Okay. So that's what I have for you guys. Now, again, my long positions are still open in terms of Shib, in terms of ADA. My Shib long is actually doing pretty well right now. On Margex, it's up 157%. My BTCC one isn't open up quite as high. Again, I opened that one up a little bit later. It's up 29% right now. But again, if you guys do want to do some leverage trading, feel free to check out those platforms. Links in the description below. Again, BTCC has some great benefits for you guys, up to $10,000 in deposit and trading bonuses. You can earn 10% deposit on your first time deposit above $500. And understand that there is risk that comes with trading with leverage. If you guys want, they actually do have a nice demo trading platform where you guys can actually practice ahead of time and get used to how things move. So appreciate you guys as always. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm loving what we're seeing. We have very good signs heading into the weekend of inauguration, and it's probably going to be an explosive one way or the other. So have a great day. Show your love below. Let me know your thoughts. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.